Thomas often grumbled because he was not allowed to pull passenger trains.
No, I should.
The other engines laughed. "You're too impatient," they said. "You'd be sure to leave something behind."
No, you're not, said Thomas.
"Rubbish," said Thomas crossly. "You just wait. I'll show you." Thomas and Henry were all alone. Henry was ill. The man worked hard, but he didn't get any better. Henry usually pulled the first train in the morning, and Thomas would always get his coaches ready. He would fetch them from the yard and bring them to the platform. "If Henry is ill," said Thomas to himself, "perhaps I shall pull the train." That's a good...
And he pulled, and he jumped, and he pulled, and he shot, and he pulled, and he shot, and he
In the morning, Thomas ran to find the coaches. Come along, he fussed. "There is plenty of time, there's plenty of time," rumbled the coaches to the platform and wanted to run round in front at once. But his driver wouldn't let him. "Don't be impatient, Thomas," he said. Thomas waited and waited. The passengers got in. The cart and the station master walked up and down. The porters banged the doors, and still Henry didn't come. Thomas got more and more excited with every minute that went by. "What's the matter?" asked the fat controller. The station master told him about Henry. "Find another engine," the fat controller ordered, hurrying out of the platform. "There's only Thomas," said the station master. "Thomas, you'll have to do it," said the fat controller. "Be quick now." So Thomas ran round to the front and back down on the coaches ready to start. "Don't be impatient, Thomas," said the driver. "Wait until everything is ready." But Thomas was too excited to listen to a word he said. Nobody knew what happened next. Perhaps they forgot to couple Thomas to the train. Perhaps Thomas was too impatient to wait until they were ready. Or perhaps his driver pulled a lever by mistake.
I can't find my Doom Queen in the black car.
Oh no, but somehow Thomas started. People waved and shouted at him, but he didn't stop. They were waving because I'm such a splendid engine, Thomas thought importantly. Henry said it's hard to pull trains, but I think it's easy. "Hurry, hurry, hurry," puffed Thomas, pretending to be like Gordon. As he passed the first signal box, Thomas saw the signalman waving and shouting at him. "They're pleased to see me," he thought. "They never seen me pulling a train before," and he whistled back to them. But soon Thomas came to a danger signal. "Bother," he thought, "I must stop, and I was going so nicely too. What a nuisance signals are." And he blew an angry beep beep as he whistled. One of the signalmen came running up. "Thomas, Thomas," he said, "what are you doing here?" "I'm pulling a train," said Thomas proudly. "Can't you see?" "Where are your coaches then?" asked the signalman. Thomas looked back. "Why, bless me," he said, "if we haven't left them behind." "Yes," said the signalman, "you better go back and fetch them." Poor Thomas was so sad, he nearly cried. The station, all the passengers were talking at once. They were telling the fat controller, the station master and the guard what a bad railway it was. Suddenly, they saw Thomas coming back to the station. When everyone saw how sad and sorry he was, they couldn't be cross anymore. So they coupled Thomas to the train, and this time he really pulled it. Thomas worked very hard all day long, and he wasn't impatient at all. "You have been a very useful engine," said his driver. "Well done." For a long time afterwards, the other engines laughed at Thomas. "Look," they said, "there's Thomas, who wanted to pull a train, but forgot his coaches." The end.